Hey everybody, Danny's willing, Tamika's willing. We're here with Kayfabe Jiu-Jitsu, but more importantly, we're here because we have to be here. We have our shelter in place here in central Minnesota, and I am really missing teaching my 10 o'clock Saturday morning class. So, since I can't go to the academy and do Saturday morning Jiu-Jitsu, instead I'm going to do it right here on YouTube, and then I'm just going to share it around. Today we are going to go over a pass that I like to use in response to them getting their underhook when you have them in half guard. So you're in top half guard, they get their underhook, they're on their way to your back, we surprise them with a backstep, and we move into one of the stronger passing positions there is. It's a really, really powerful position full of awesome, tricksy submissions and fun little passes. So let's give it a whirl. Alright. So I'm going to start in my opponent's half guard. Now, normally when I have arrived in half guard, I would like to have a couple of things already in place, like this underhook, this head control. I would also like her to be flat on the ground. I would like to have a lot of things, but today I didn't get them. Maybe I came through here, maybe I took her down when she got to here, or maybe she pulled half guard. I hear some people do that now. Whatever the reason, she is really intent on getting that underhook because it's going to save her bacon. If she pops that underhook in like she's supposed to, and she sits up, I have to do something about it. I'm going to take this hand that's gotten underhooked and not serving its purpose anymore to keep her flat on the ground. I'm going to reach and I'm going to grab by her armpit. So I started doing this in no-gi first, so I don't usually grab fabric when I do it, but you can reach down and grab kind of a hold of the seam down here. You can reach up and grab a handful here. That's all fine, but usually I just use a flat hand and I kind of cup it right underneath their armpit. So I'm kind of C-clamping the back of their arm. The next step here is probably the one that I see errored on the most, and that's they forget to drop their head. In order to make this backstep pass happen, I have to get my head low. Typically I get it down to where my head's lower than hers, and I'll start my backstep. Sometimes I'm on my way down and I end up lower than that, but I want to be at least past her head. The reason is I want to get this back leg very high. If I go too low on this back step, what she's going to do, she's going to open her leg and I'm going to end up in almost back control. Right? So if I keep my head too high and I do this, I'm going to end up here in a whole boatload of trouble. So instead, I drop my head and this leg comes up high. I do that by kind of planting my foot on the ground and springing up and over. But the important thing is my pressure stays on her head. It's my shoulder driving into her head that's keeping me here. So when I go low, I blow over the top. She can't catch me with this leg because she can't turn. From this point on until I get my knee free, my shoulder is in her face. Reach down and grab this pant leg. I'm going to push down and move my hips up towards her head. Here. So once I've got her here and I'm holding on to this pant leg, I'm going to reach up with my foot and I'm going to stomp on this leg to help me free this foot. I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to put that knee right on her hip. My other hand is going to underhook on the near side on the leg. Now again, shoulder pressure here. Now I'm in a real traditional side mount with good head control, checking the near leg. We'll show you that one more time from the other side. My partner's got her underhook. I'm going to go under the armpit, drop my head, back step real tall. Get in here. Before I put my hips down, my shoulder pressure stays on. I grab, I free my knee. Stomp, block the hip, end up in side control. If you can't get the foot out, then we're going to go back the other way and go back to the knee slide. I'll show you what that looks like. So I got to here. I was really smart. I got to here. I managed to get my knee out, but I can't. No matter what I do, it seems like she's not going to let go of that foot. There's a couple of things we can try pain-wise to make them let go. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on. I'm going to give her an obscene amount of shoulder pressure. Really, really heavy. Then I'm going to take my arm that's under the head and I'm going to put it next to us, in between us, with my elbow in her armpit. It's a little hard to explain, but this is what it looks like. I'm going to come up, dig my arm in here. Once my arm is inside that armpit, it now is going to function as my underhook when I switch sides again. It doesn't look like an underhook now, it looks like I've just got my arm next to it. But when I jump over, it becomes my underhook. Now I have an underhook and my knee is free. So I can grab the shirt, start putting pressure down. Now it's a traditional knee slide. You can use your other foot and settle in to this more side saddle type, side control. Show you what that looks like over here. So as I make my flip, I get to here. I managed to free some of my knee, part of my knee, but I can't quite get enough cleared to make this easy. But I'm most of the way out. So I'm going to give some pressure, and I'm going to find the underhook on this side. So I just lay my arm flat with my elbow in their armpit. Now when I come back over, I'm going to do the same type of spring motion to change sides again. This is going to become my underhook. Here. Now I can grab the sleeve, drop my hip, clear the leg, and enjoy being in side control. So those are two really strong passing options from there. We also have a couple of really great finishing options along the way. One of my favorite is the Kimura on that far side, and we can do this pass with that submission in mind the whole time. So we're going to isolate the arm on our back step so that we can start fishing for it right away. So I'm here, she found her underhook, I'm getting ready to backstep, but I'm going to make one tiny little adjustment. Before I go over, I'm going to find her wrist. So that means the majority of my weight's going to be on her. So when I was here, I had kind of this base to work with. Here, I'm going to come out and it's going to be my foot stopping here, coming across. Now I've got this. Almost all the time, people's first motion is to try to push to come on top. As she does that, I'm going to drop my lat on her face. Come around and grab Kimura. Sometimes you can finish here. Other times you can use it to free your leg. Come up on top. You can finish Kimura or the wrist if you're a savage. Alright, so I made my back step happen. I started getting after my Kimura. Maybe I can't quite reach it here, so I wasn't able to lock and pan it down, or maybe she did that. That happens a lot. So if she's right here, if she wants to get up, she's going to have to open her guard. If she opens her guard, I can catch her opening her guard here. So always watch here. So when if she tries to bridge from here, she's got nothing. She's not going to come up. But if she puts that foot on the floor, she might be able to bridge hard enough to get up on top of me. Ugh. And probably not, but it might work. Problem is, as soon as she opens her guard, I'm going to leave. So if she opens her guard to bridge, no matter how hard she bridges, if this foot out here acts as my post, she's not going to get on top. So if she bridges real hard, I put this foot out, it's going to be really hard for her to come up. And as she's pushing, I'm going to take this bottom leg out of the little hook she's got here. Here. Then I just put my weight back on, come up and attack here. Alternatively, if I prefer the bottom, you can let them come on top and you can trim your hips away, right? So as she bridges, I shrink my hip away and I put kind of my inside butterfly hook on. Now I can turn and apply the Kimura. But for moral reasons, my coach would like me to remind you that you should always try to stay on top if you can. Thanks for letting me into your homes for a minute. I really appreciate it. This has been almost 3 weeks now of just me going absolutely insane in here. So this is helping a lot to be able to still share a little bit of jiu-jitsu and get the mats out and practice a little bit, move around. It's really, really great. I hope wherever you're at, in whatever situation you're in, you have some ability to keep at least your brain engaged with the sport we all really, really like. To keep yourselves engaged with this thing through this nonsense. And the very second we're able to get back out there, I'll see you back out there. All right? Thank you guys.